I'm Margo, and I have been working with Derek and Nidra for a while now, and I'm really excited to share my story because I know how much hope can go when you have a chronic illness or you haven't been able to find help anywhere else. So finding people like them can really be a life-altering experience. So I got sick when I was 25, 26, I think, with a neurological disease. And at the time, no one could diagnose me. No one really knew what was wrong. People actually told me that I had a tumor in my head, that I was going to die of cancer. And I was seeking out so much help, or people would just tell me I was low in vitamin D. Or that I was making it up. So it was just a really rough journey, even figuring out what was wrong with me. I couldn't walk. I was falling asleep all day. I couldn't sleep at night. It was crazy. And it's weird when you go from being a healthy, active person in your 20s to being just like staring at the wall, being like, what happened to my body? And at one point, I had tried going to different healers and that wasn't working out so well either. So I had actually given up after years and years of just going to doctors, where most people would go to work and have a life. My life was going in and out of doctors' offices and out of healers' offices trying to figure out what was going on. And finally, a friend of mine was like, I think you have this thing called chronic fatigue and fibromyalgia. So I looked into it and I was like, holy crap, this is it. Like, this is what it is. So I finally went to a doctor and was like, I think this is what I have. And then we did more research and it was clear that this is what it was. And they're like, there's no cure. There's nothing we can do for you. And when you have that, then there's nothing left I could have done other than to make the best of my situation. So I literally was like, I am going to be the happiest bedridden person you'll ever meet. And I'm going to make whatever life I can out of being bedridden. I had just kind of accepted that this is how it was going to be. So I actually moved to LA and I really pushed my body, but I created a life. I made new friends, but I was dying. Like, my body was like giving out and it was like becoming too exhausting to just keep pushing myself through life. And one day I sat down, I was totally crashed. I couldn't walk. And outside looking in, I would look like a very normal, healthy person, but inside looking out, I look back on that and I'm like, how on earth did I even create the life I had with how much illness I had going on? And when you're pushing your body day in, day out just to like have a little bit of a life, it's mentally draining, it's emotionally exhausting. It's a lot of effort just to be a part of life. And I got a hit to go look online because I hadn't worked with anyone in so long. I had given up and I was like, I'm just going to be a happy, sick person. And then I found Derek and it was like money back guarantee. I'm like, great. Because I had already spent I could have been like living the dream if I had just not gotten sick, because I'd spent so much money, so much energy, and just kind of accepted that that was money lost. So I was really kind of like scared to invest in another thing, but I was like, whatever, I got money back guarantee, so we're going in. And immediately I was like, what the hell did I come across? Because I just felt this feeling like my soul had woke up, and a feeling like this download of resiliency in my body, and this knowing that I was going to get well. And I don't really know how to articulate that other than it was a sensory experience. And I have not stopped working with them since then. And I'm not here anymore because of an illness. I've recovered from that. I think at one point, I just realized that healing is so much more holistic than what we think it is. And I think working with Derek and Nidra creates an incredible foundation. And everything that I've done on top of this foundation has escalated my healing journey. It's not like I just sat in bed while they worked on me. I also have my own practice. I also have mentors. But another thing I want to mention, I'll go back a little bit. So when I first started working with them, I noticed really big emotional improvements. Things started healing internally. And then slowly I began to get my physical health back. And once I got that back, I realized that there was so much more to go in terms of spirituality and evolution. And this container of this energy just really does put you on the fast track. It's really transformed my life from the inside out. And it's also a ripple effect out into other people's lives. And my life looks completely different. I moved out of LA. I'm in Colorado. I'm waiting for my first home to get built. I have a beautiful practice. I have beautiful people in my life. And I continue to stay in this work because it's a fundamental aspect of me becoming more of who I came here to be, and for me to really help pave the way for others. I know what it's like to not have hope. I know what it's like to lose your health. I know what it's like to not be able to walk. I know what it's like to be scared and feeling like you're going to be stuck in what you are in. And there's so much hope here, and it's really been a life-altering experience. So no matter where you're at on your journey, there's always hope, and I'm excited that you're here, and I'm excited that you found them, and I really hope that you get to celebrate having a new life, because I think that's what's on the other side of a lot of health illnesses. It's like a totally deeper, more enriched, soulful life that you get to receive. And typically the illness is the pathway, and Derek and Nidra are the portal to get you to where you were meant to be. So I am so grateful. I'm so appreciative that I found them, and I hope you guys get to receive the healing too.